Hello, Leos. Welcome to my channel. This is Tiger Lilith Tarot, and this is going to be your new moon solar eclipse reading. This is a reading that's going to be good for 6 months. This is from March 29th, the new moon in Aries, until September when we have a new series of eclipses. So if you'd like to just get right to the reading, you can scroll ahead, but I'm going to talk a little bit about eclipse energy here. So starting back in April 20th of 2023 is when this cycle started, that it ends March 29th with the last solar eclipse on the Aries Libra. I almost said Aries lunar, on the Aries Libra axis. So this was a 2-year cycle that is closing out. Now, solar eclipses usually bring sudden changes, sudden endings, things happening out of the blue. That is one thing that we're going to look at. We're going to pull for. We're going to see what, Leo, was your exciting ending for the new moon in Aries, March 29th. And these are exciting endings that you might not be ready for. But the universe is like, hey, you know what? You're ready for this to end, so it's going to end. So obstacles are removed, things come to light, there's an ending to make room for new beginnings, and this mostly has to do, again, with what Aries and Libra symbolize. Aries is about autonomy, being very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very driven, right? Very independent energy, whereas Libra sits in the 7th house, which is all about community, diplomacy, coming together, working together. So what could have been going on? You know, you can think back to what was going on, or look what was going on around April 20th of 2023. And you know, it's like me versus we energy, autonomy versus relationships. And you know, you could have learned stuff about how do you advocate for yourself in a relationship? How do you remain autonomous while still being in relationships with others? How do you, you know, where do you overcompromise? What do you need to feel empowered in a relationship? All those things could have been coming to light, right? And Aries, being ruled by Mars, is about forging ahead, so expect bold new decisions, sudden realizations, and irreversible shifts. Right? That's what solar eclipses are here for. They are changing the course, and it happens rapidly. So we're going to pull from the oracle cards first, and then we're going to get into the tarot, Leo. Again, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for sharing your energy. I appreciate each and every one of you. And let's see what is going on here. This first place we're going to look at for you, Leo, is what is the exciting ending? Again, whether you're ready or not. What is Leo's exciting ending? And this is 6-month reading, right? So it's clearing out space for the next 6 months for these new eclipses, which are going to be in the Virgo Pisces. Virgo Pisces axis. So the first one happens in September in Virgo season. I think it's September 7th. But don't quote me on that one. Okay, let's see here. The exciting ending. Leo's exciting ending. Harmony. Oh, well, okay, Leo. Expect harmony to end. Huh. What I got here immediately, Leo, honestly, is not that harmony is ending in your life, but the exciting ending, whether you're ready for it or not, is you being more bold and confident to speak up and take up room, take up space. Like you kind of being this moderator so that all situations remain harmonious. It's kind of like, you see, she's playing a harp here. At least it looks like a harp. Looks like a handheld, like a small harp. I almost feel like what's ending here is you being the band leader and be like, okay, now this person plays, now this person plays. Or if, like, it's like you were constantly trying to not control the situation, but you're like, oh no, this person isn't happy in this situation, so I'm going to go this way. Like, I'm going to play this weird, like, I'm going to play the piece that this person's going to like because they're not happy. Like, you keeping everyone happy, kind of people pleasing energy. I think you're coming out of that and you're going to find yourself being more bold and more courageous in the next 6 months, Leo. So, like that, let's see, where has Leo been playing it small? This is where you're going to be asked to step it up in the next 6 months, because Aries energy is all about big and bold, really fierce energy. Where have you been playing it small? Power. Yep. There you are. You're standing in your power. You haven't been doing this. You haven't been standing up for yourself, Leos. I said it before I pulled the card, right? You have just kind of been over here like playing the harp for people and being like, "No, I'm going to keep everything harmonious and calm." Which, why would you not want to do that? Because you are probably, when everything else is harmonious, you're harmonious. But it's taken a toll on you at this point. It's not serving you anymore, right? This is eclipses are here to get rid of what is not serving, so that we can make space for what is, for your greater good. So you've been playing it small in power, Leo. So the next 6 months, I see you really stepping up, taking control of situations, speaking up for yourself more, maybe using your voice more, using your powers more. I like that. Okay. Leo, what new path are you ready to step into? What new path does Spirit have for Leo? Transition. So a big time of transition in your life. So something new. You're ready to go down a new path. Now, transition, this means starting something new. You're going to be out of your comfort level a little bit here. But that's this harmonious kind of, it almost feels like living behind a veil, Leo. That's ending. The veil is being removed, and you're ready for something new, and it's time for you to be in power. All right, what energy to work with over the next 6 months for Leo, Spirit? Melting mask. Yeah, that's part of that. See, your mask is coming off here. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. You've been playing a lot of different roles, but this is about letting your mask fall and showing who you really are, really glowing. A lot of people like to cut Leos down, right? Because they could be, it's fairly misunderstood. They're seen as egotistical, all about themselves. That's not it at all. Don't be afraid to be your expressive self, Leo. Take up space. Take up space. Show people who you are. The right people will want to see who you are. And the wrong people, they'll go away. And that's all right. It's not your job to keep everything in harmony. Not anymore. All right, Leo's karmic lesson of the past 2 years for this me versus we energy. This is Leo's karmic lesson of the past 2 years. Trust. Probably, okay, I feel this is twofold. I feel like trust, learning how to trust in yourself, learning how to trust in relationships, learning how to trust your judgment, what relationships are for you, which ones aren't for you. You've probably gone through, with this card coming out, and well, actually, I think you've probably gone through a really big transformation in your relationships since April 20th of 2023. And so now you're transitioning. Almost like you had to keep things harmonious here the past 2 years or so that you can learn this lesson. But you learned the lesson now. So now it's time to be a fierce Leo again. And I love that this card, yeah, see, discernment. You learned who to trust and who not to trust. Discernment. And I love this card is very Leo-esque. We've got looks like two little jaguars down there. Right? I love that. Accessing that cat energy. All right, let's look at what the tarot has to say. I'm going to go with the traditional Rider-Waite here to start us off, and then I will clarify with one of these other decks here. Oh, look, I picked the right one. You're right there at the bottom, Leo. There you are. Okay. Let's see. For Leo. Messages for Leo's highest good. All right, let's look at this Harmony card. This exciting ending. I kind of love that the Harmony card came out. This is very, It's great. All right, harmony for Leo, please. What is this about? What's this about, Spirit? What's ending that's harmonious? Yep, the Chariot. You're moving forward. You're going to move out of this really quickly. Some of you, this exciting energy that's ending is keeping things harmonious, especially in your home environment with the Chariot. Some of you could be moving within the next 6 months. I could see that, or planning to move. This next 6 months is about a lot of planning and preparation. Yeah, look at that. We've got the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's been a lot of hurt and deceit. So it's exciting ending also is about your own willpower. You're going to have help, Leo, because the Chariot is a power. This is a card of active control, actively pulling the reins, moving this way, moving that way, doing it. It's like doing it all on your own. So what's ending is keeping everything harmonious on your own. You're not doing it alone anymore. And that's why you're able to step into your power. Right? Because like I said, I see your relationships have gone through big transformation the past 2 years with the oracle cards that are out here. And maybe now that you are in more trusting relationships that are built on trust. Yeah. It's like now you can collaborate with other people because what's surrounding you, you trust it. You didn't trust it before. That's what this last 2 years was about. I like that. Okay, where are you playing it small? Power. Power what? What about... Nine of Swords. Okay, I think you've been playing it small in this area, Leo, and it's been making you anxious. It's like you haven't been yourself. You're big, bold, courageous, brave self, Leo. And it has stressed you out. The Nine of Swords is also about a card about a lack of support. The Nine of Swords is it's anxiety, it's sleepless nights. You maybe have experienced that more than usual the past 2 years. I feel like sharing this anxiety, you haven't been doing that as much. You've been downplaying this. But I think this anxiety, insomnia, this depression, almost a madness. Don't downplay your own thoughts, Leo, is what I would say. We're going to clarify further and get more. These are some interesting cards coming out already. What new path is Leo ready to step into? What new path is Leo ready to step into? This transition. Love this. Oh, the Lovers. Wow. Yeah, okay. So I'm loving this for a few different reasons. First off, the Lovers in a non-relationship, just in a general reading, which these are, right? The Lovers is about being on your divinely aligned path. So this new path you're ready to step into is your divinely aligned path. This is beautiful, Leo. Wow, I feel like an overwhelming sense of like I'm getting kind of emotional reading this. Sometimes that happens. But it's like you're really going to finally feel like you. That's what's coming. That's the transition over the next 6 months. For those of you that are single, you could certainly meet your person, a soulmate connection in the next 6 months. Those of you that are with someone, you are taking this relationship to the next level, whatever that means to you, from engagement to marriage, from serious relationship to engagement, from casual to making it official, whatever stage that is for you. Gorgeous, really, really nice energy. And we have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It has to do with you speaking your truth. Because You made the environment in order to do so. You had to suss it out. It took a while. I think these past 2 years have been probably pretty hard for you, Leo. But we're coming out of that, and this is looking absolutely gorgeous. Melting mask. Energy to work with the next 6 months. Melting mask. The Page of Pentacles. I feel like there's something here about being curious. Almost like showing a more... this is almost... this gonna sound a little counter... like I'm taking away from what I said here. There's almost a childlike innocence, I feel, that, which makes sense. Leo rules over the 5th house, which is a house of creation, house of children. Be curious, Leo, right? Pages are young. There's a curiosity there. Now, allow your spirit self, like our spirit self is young and vivacious, constantly learning, taking in new information. How much, right? There's so much, almost feels like infinite knowledge that is out there that the universe has to give to us. So the energy to work with over the next 6 months is also to be in an energy of receiving gifts. There's something about, right, because you've had to do it on your own, but now you don't have to do that anymore. Like, let people help you. You have, because we've fulfilled this trust thing here. So let people help you. The Page of Pentacles. Working with, people you could have people come in that want to give you something. You could, starting a new career. This is a lot of new opportunities. I would say be open. Be really open to new opportunities, especially when it comes to work, when it comes to career, when it comes to making an income, making a living, or how you handle your material items, your material possessions, right? Because this is the Pentacles. Be open to trying something new, to trying different paths until you see what fits for you. And you could have people come back from the past that owe you something, that owe you money. You could be receiving that also in the next 6 months. Pages are receptive energy. This isn't so much about you moving forward and taking the reins, right? That's over with the Chariot. It looks like this next 6 months is really about you coming back into yourself after a period of feeling a little lost. Clarify trust, please. That was quick. 9 of Cups. Karmic lesson. You weren't making any wishes for yourself here. The karmic lesson is that it's okay. The 9 of Cups card is the make a wish card. It's okay to wish and hope and dream, Leo. It's okay. I think things have been pretty serious for you the past 6 months, or the past 2 years. And I think these next 6 months, you're going to find a lot more fun and enjoyment in life than you have. We have another page at the bottom, Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. Yeah. Letting yourself dream. We got the Devil there. Don't dream too... Be careful what you're dreaming about. But then we have the Hermit. There's a soul-searching energy, and Queen of Wands. There you are again, Leo. Queen of Wands energy. Yeah, this is nice. All right, let's clarify. Let's get a little bit more information here. All right, I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. Okay. Light Seers Tarot. All right, Spirit. Let's get messages, clear messages for Leo. Leo's greatest good. Next 6 months, solar eclipse energy. Exciting energy that's ending. Oh, then I'm going to end the reading, Leo, with some advice and inspiration cards from this new deck I have called Spiritual AF. I'm really liking it. It might not be for everyone, but I'm enjoying it so far. All right, let's see here. The Chariot. What is this exciting ending? Whether you're ready or not. Ready or not, here it comes, Leo. The Chariot. Also, what's is the exciting ending for you, for those of you again, is having, yeah, you're just going to be more still. You don't have to move around as much. What did I just say? The Hangman. You're going to be more still. The exciting ending is that, yeah, you're not going to be having, the Queen of Swords is at the bottom of the deck again. Queen of Swords was under there once, and it's under the Queen of Wands too. All right, Hangman energies. We have water energy here. The Chariot, the Hangman, Cancer Pisces energy, heavy Moon energy here. I feel what's also, there's an ending here of your emotion, you feeling like you can't show your true emotions. There's something about that that's ending. You're going to be showing, I feel like you might find yourself more emotional the next 6 months. You don't have to hold it all in anymore. You don't have to hold it back. You don't have to hold your feelings back any longer. Also, exciting energy. These really couldn't be more different. This, again, is kind of card of like plowing ahead, and this is someone completely still. I feel like there's been a lot of extremes in your life the past 2 years. That's also ending. This extreme, it's like doing like 100-yard sprint, and then nothing, and then there's nothing. And then, like this, like up and then going down and then going extremely up and extremely down. That's over with. That's ending too. Okay, all right, this Nine of Swords is interesting. What does this mean here, Spirit? Okay. Well, Temperance. Anything else? Nine of Swords with power. Where Leo's been playing it small. What is this Nine of Swords about? So you've been playing it small with your power because I feel like, again, for some of you, Temperance is about harmony, peace, keeping everything calm and mellow. Queen of Pentacles and the Devil. Temperance, Queen of Pentacles, and the Devil. Yeah, it's like you've taken on the role of being the peacemaker, the peacekeeper. If any of you are familiar with or ever read the book The Giver, I feel like you're the little boy who the old man is going to be giving the power of. He's the little boy that's becoming the giver. It's like you hold the secrets of everything so that everyone else is okay. The Queen of Pentacles is that card about being more discerning. It's a grounded energy. I feel because you've been this peacekeeper energy, and see, you're over here, you're like, oh no, I'm fine, I have wings, and I'm an angel, when really you're up at night agonizing about how just you can't calm your thoughts down. But this is what you were showing, this melting mask energy here. And I feel you were doing this again. It was the Queen of Pentacles is about her own environment. There was something in your environment. There was a low vibrational energy that was you were like, no, I have to keep the peace. I have to keep the peace. It's like you always, you felt like you always had to be 10 steps ahead of something, which probably is the cause of this. So I feel like, again, you were playing your power small. This isn't almost like Clara. It's like, this is why you were playing your power small. Or this is where you were playing it small, is your power. You weren't exerting how powerful you are, Leo, because of a fear. Lots of fear here. But that's all changing. I like it. I like it. Yeah, Three of Swords. Heartbreak with a Three of Pentacles. There could have been some sort of third party, like just weird third party energy going on in your life. People triangulating with the 2 3s down there. The hangman is also a 3. 12 breaks down to 3. So yeah, just weird stuff going on. So you were playing it small. It's like because you had to. You felt you had to. You felt you had to. But not anymore. Not anymore, Leo. Thank goodness, right? What new path are you ready to step into? 6 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Okay. Great. So what I'm seeing here with this transition with the Lovers, right, we have the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Swords coming out. You are going from this new path you're stepping into, this beautiful new soul connection. It's none of this, it's not rocky. I feel like your relationships are just like this divinely aligned path that you've kind of been trying to find over the past 2 years, especially when it comes to relationships. It's almost been a cycle of these two things: 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords. There's you meet. It's like I feel like this is a story I'm getting here. You meet someone. Right, this doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a friend. It could be a coworker. It could be a new, I don't know, family member, something like that. But it's like inevitably there's some sort of argument. The 5 of Swords. There's someone acts underhanded. You can't get out of your head about it, and so you transition away. The 6 of Swords. You get away from this rocky water, funky energy, but then it just keeps happening over and over again. So the new path you're stepping into, you're coming away from this cycle of, it's like confusion and then moving away from confusion, right? Like I say here, it's like up and then it's back down, and then it's up and then it's back down. Things are going to be feel much more balanced, I think. Yeah, look at that. The 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Card of despair. And then we have the Hierophant at the bottom, which is a 5. And we have this 5 of Swords coming out. 5s are about crisis and chaos and confusion. But that happens because there's a cycle that's breaking so that new elements can come in. The 6s are those new elements. The Lovers is a 6, right? That's the new element. So this new path you're ready to step into is not one where you're going to be left out in the cold. You've been left out in the cold and unsupported. That's ending. Ooh, all right. What energy to work with over the next 6 months? Page of Pentacles. Some of you over the next 6 months, I can see melting mass. Some of you, if you wanted to have children, you're thinking about that. Some of you could be getting pregnant. Yep, Ace of Cups. That wasn't reversed. I'm going to put it up right. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. New love. This certainly could be a new child coming into your life. Some of you even, I just got this, some of you could be adopting or fostering a child or a young animal. Something very vulnerable, young and vulnerable. It's, again, not for everyone, but for some of you, it is energy to work with over the next 6 months. It's like getting your body, it's like getting everything prepared for pregnancy. For some of you, that's what's going on. The energy over to work the next 6 months. Keep your heart open, Leos. Keep your heart open, because there are going to be people that want to give you things, material things. And you deserve these things. You are deserving of these things. Accept these things that people want to give you. We have the 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, your energy. Bright, shining. This is the energy to step into over the next 6 months. Come on. Because you've been playing it small here. This is what it wants you to step into. These are really, this is a lot of similar energy. Love it, Leo. Ace of Cups with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, receiving love. Being very open. Your heart is open. Again, because you learned this trust lesson. See, there's no need to shut yourself off. Or be skeptical or cynical. I saw that you were, because these cards are telling me that was the cycle you were in here. Karmic lesson, speaking of the past 2 years, this Nine of Cups. Time to dream and wish again, Leo. That you can share your emotions, but make sure you're sharing your emotions with those that will be gentle with your heart. Justice. Oh, I love that. Yeah, see, you found the balance. Justice is about balance. There's also, right? There's light and there's dark. So you were learning a lesson of how to balance light and dark, especially in relationships and in yourself when it comes to how you relate to others. There's also a message here, karmic lesson of the past 2 years. The Justice card is a karmic card. It's about you know, universal karma, keeping everything balanced. So I feel like you've learned how to balance yourself, your energies, your emotions, and it kind of speaks to this energy to work with over the next 6 months, this receptive energy. Because now that you're balanced, again, it becomes attractive, it becomes magnetic. Eight of Wands. This is going to happen fast. With the Six of Wands, you're going to get something, Leo. If you have money or something owed to you, you're going to get it. Because it's about evening the score. Right? That's what it's about here. All right. Let's pull some spiritual cards, and that'll be that, Leo. I sure hope this reading has resonated, has offered some confirmation, guidance, support so far. We're going to end it with some inspirational messages here from my new deck. Okay. For Leo, please. Whoa. Okay. Anything else for Leo? Advice, guidance, inspiration. Okay. All right, let's see what we got that came out here, Leo. You can't have a positive as fuck at life with a negative as fuck mind. I'm going to put that right here. Because it feels like that's what was happening with this Nine of Swords, this energy that was just keeping you not in a great mindset, really. Integrity is the new black. Integrity is the new black. It feels like this energy right down here, this trust, Nine of Cups, justice. I also it feels almost more here with this melting mask energy. And you almost just sitting back, being very receptive, sitting in a place of dignity, right? Respecting yourself, loving yourself, having an open heart. Exhale that bullshit. Yeah. That's going right here because this is all this yuck energy you need to exhale so you can get back into your power. Maybe you just need to shake your booty. All right. Yeah, have a little fun, right? I said you haven't been having, I feel like you haven't had a lot of fun the past 2 years. Have a good time. Be kind-hearted as fuck and full of love, but maintain boundaries like a motherfucker, right? You learned a very important lesson about boundaries over the past 2 years too. Kind-hearted and full of love. That's that open-hearted energy. And you can be open-hearted, again, because you've learned who to open your heart to and who not to. Not everyone deserves your heart. Know the difference between shame and guilt. That's that energy here. Know the difference between shame and guilt. This trust energy, trusting yourself. Not being too hard on yourself anymore. Fuck what they think. Yeah. Well, that's this energy right over here. Because Leo's, no more is Leo going to be, As I said, the band leader, keeping everyone in motion. All right, Leo. This is what I have for you. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe if you feel called to do so, and I will see you at your next reading. Take care.